Hey everybody, and welcome to another video on Don't Eat Dog Gaming, where we focus on not eating dog and playing games. On today's video, I'm going to talk about advanced key bindings and mouse bindings. On the PC client for Diablo Immortal, one of the biggest problems that you have, and I see it all the time, I saw Keys doing a live stream a few days ago, and he was having the same problem over and over and over again. And it's incredibly annoying. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about. You're in a battleground, let's say you're a ranged class, and you want to attack something. So you'll move your mouse over top of it, and you will hit the attack button. You will click your left mouse button to attack. What happened? What's the problem? Well, if you're clicking anything on the sides, you click on your icon, you will click on the little battle progress thing on the side. You will click on the minimap by mistake, and you will click the exit Battleground button, and then you got to click another button just to get that off the screen. Why? Why does this have to happen? Well, there's no easy fix for this, but there is one trick, and this is what I've been doing for the past, half a year or so. So what you can actually do, and I'll show you here, we're going to go ahead, and because we can't change the game from using the left click as the interact buttons. That's always going, no matter what you do, you can't change that binding. The left mouse button is both the attack button as well as the interact with objects in game, as well as the interact with the UI elements. So there's no getting around that. So there's actually one neat trick, this one weird trick you can do for local singles in your area. We're going to go ahead and open up the mouse settings in Windows, and you're going to change your primary mouse button, and this is temporarily while you're gaming, you got to change it back, but you change it over to the right button. So you're like, okay, well, how's that going to help? It's like, okay, now I get to use the right mouse button to attack, right? It's like, okay, but that's not really helpful, and I'm still clicking on all these other objects because no matter what, that's still going to be the button that interacts with the UI. It's like, okay, here's the second part. This is why it's advanced. You go into the settings, you go under controller, and you change your mouse binding for attack to what it shows as the right mouse button. But we've swapped in the system, we've swapped the left and right mouse button. So what happens is now I can click the attack button anywhere I want, and it will attack exactly as I want. And I'm clicking all over these objects here, all the UI elements, nothing is happening. Now the downside is you do have to use the right side mouse button to interact with the UI, but that's hardly an issue. You get to focus on the fight with your left mouse button without a problem. I would recommend unbinding the move, click to move option in your controller settings as well. And one extra little tidbit as well that I'll add in here. What I like to do for my classes is for the number 1 ability, which there's usually some kind of a mobility dash type that you use fairly often. What I like to use for that is I actually set that to the space bar. So the number 1 button will do it regardless, but I use the space key. So when I'm using Whirlwind, I can hold down the space key and I can still use my WASD keys to move my character around. I don't have to reach over and hit the 1 and then not be able to move, hit the A key to move left again. So these are some very, very handy tips that'll make your life playing with the keyboard and mouse in this game a lot easier. Let me know how it works out for you. And remember, please, don't eat dogs. Dogs are for petting. See you in the next video.